this one is not necessarily that.
Did it, I know that, Cameron and obviously Savannah had said, and both of her siblings, right, that we just want to talk to you and we want proof that our mother is alive, a proof of life. They had asked for that. And then Cameron followed up with that last night and explicitly said, we have heard nothing from you. Please contact us. Give us proof of life. Does it seem that that's what this letter is? Is it a response to those things, to those the pleas of Savannah and
tonight's developments add another layer to an already complex and sensitive case. A second message, delivered after a missed deadline, is now under review by law enforcement, raising new questions about credibility, intent, and timing. As investigators work carefully behind the scenes, journalists are navigating the difficult balance between informing the public and protecting an active investigation.
Now, as promised to Mary Coleman, she's with KOLD, the affiliate station which received the new message. And Mary, we've talked through the week as you have broken so much news on this. What can you tell us now? When did this message come through, and what can you share?
Sure, yeah, Aaron, we got this at about 11:45, and we'd been refreshing our email because that 5 o'clock deadline was yesterday. So we were thinking, hey, maybe we would get something immediate. We didn't have anything, but this morning around 11:45, that message came into the same tip line that original message came into, and we were, needless to say, pretty alarmed by seeing this. What I can tell you is we did send this over once again to Pima County Sheriff's Department immediately, and we did get some information from them. I'm going to read some of my notes here so I don't speak incorrectly, but they say that this is not the same IP address, but it appears the sender used the same type of secure server to hide their IP address. So that's all that we know about the sender at this point, which unfortunately really isn't much. And this new note does contain something that the senders seem to think will prove to investigators that they're the same people or person who sent the first note.
And I know, depending what you can share here, but obviously you've now seen both of them, Mary, because you received both of them. So is it clear to you, looking at the first communication and now looking at this one, which is trying to show that it's from the same sender, what that information is that individual or those people think will connect them to the original ransom letter?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say they're, making an effort to, again, like you said, prove that they are the same persons or people, people or person involved with these same two notes that we've received.
When, interesting looking at the original ransom letter, Harvey Levin, who's going to be on in a moment, described it as well written, that it was structured, that it was clearly put together, that there had been care and effort in it. It was precise. Do you see the same here? Would you say it's the same tone and tenor, or is there any shift?
This is a crucial moment in understanding how investigators evaluate anonymous communications. While the sender appears to be attempting to establish continuity using similar language, structure, and technical methods, law enforcement emphasizes that consistency alone does not equal authenticity. Secure servers and masked IP addresses are commonly used by both legitimate whistleblowers and bad actors, making attribution extremely difficult. It also raises a broader ethical question for media outlets. When does reporting serve public awareness, and when might it unintentionally amplify a sender's strategy? How would you assess credibility in a case where proof is deliberately limited?
Yeah, I would say it's just as coherent as the first. That's what, struck us as odd about the first one, is that, like you said, it was well thought out, clear thoughts put together well. And I would say that this second one, it has a very, very similar, the way that it was put together was very similar.
And now I'm curious, Mary, because I know in the first letter, what Harvey was saying, it said, I will not contact you again, that this is it. This is the only communication. And now we have the second communication, which, they're trying to make it clear that it's from the same person. Obviously, I know we don't know for sure if it is, but do they give a reason as to why they are communicating when they had said that they would not?
Not necessarily a reason, but I will say that this one also has some sensitive information in it that unfortunately I can't share at this moment. Again, we're relying on FBI and PCSD to take that information and figure out the legitimacy of this one as well. But yeah, again, some of that information is just it's very sensitive.
Right. No, I understand, and you've got to share what law enforcement says that you can. Was it longer, shorter, the same in terms of the length of it, or was it? Are you able to characterize that at all?
I would say a little bit shorter than the initial one.
And just in terms of, we understood that the initial one had obviously a very substantial ransom demand and these two deadlines, right? One of which was last night, and then another one of which was far more consequential, was Monday. Did any of that change in this one?
I will say, the FBI and PCSD were classifying the first as a ransom note, and I will say that I don't think that they will classify this second one as a ransom note. That's the best way I can characterize that.
Okay. Is there anything you can do to just have us understand that better that would stay within, of course, Mary, what you're able to share?
Sure. There were deadlines in the first letter. The second one, there are no deadlines. In my head, a ransom note is looking for something in return for something else, and this one is not necessarily that.
Did it, I know that, Cameron and obviously Savannah had said, and both of her siblings, right, that we just want to talk to you and we want proof that our mother is alive, a proof of life. They had asked for that. And then Cameron followed up with that last night and explicitly said, we have heard nothing from you. Please contact us. Give us proof of life. Does it seem that that's what this letter is? Is it a response to those things, to those the pleas of Savannah and her siblings? And does it include that proof of life or any claim to that?
I can't disclose whether it includes that, but I will go as far as to say that it does seem like it is a response to some of those videos that were made.
Okay. And was it, you said, described it as a little bit shorter, Mary. Did it include anything other than, was this just essentially an email, like black and white text, or were there any other kind of, I don't know, audio or pictures or anything like that? Did it, that sort of thing?
Yeah, our system only allows you to send text, so that's what it was, the same as the first, just text. And yeah, we aren't able to receive photos or video through the system that they sent that through. So this one was also.
I understand. And one more thing, Mary, I'm curious because I know originally you said there was no way to respond, right? Not for you, not for Savannah and her siblings, no way to respond. There was just that Bitcoin address, which I know that Harvey and you all had verified was a legitimate address. Did this have any way that the sender, are they trying to initiate a conversation with a way to respond?
I would say not necessarily a way to respond, but as I mentioned, definitely a piece of information in there that indicates they are trying to show people that they are the same person who sent the initial note.
All right. Well, Mary, I appreciate your time and your answering so much as you were as able to, and thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
What we're seeing here is how modern investigations unfold in real time, cautiously, incrementally, and often without clear answers. This second message may shift how authorities classify the case, but it doesn't resolve the central question of legitimacy or intent. As facts continue to emerge, critical thinking matters more than speculation. What do you think? Does this communication clarify the situation or complicate it further? Share your thoughts below, and if you value careful fact-based analysis, be sure to like, subscribe, and share for more informed coverage.